An amplifier you may have missed over on Down4Sound, the JP72ab is a limited edition pink amplifier. You may say, why is it pink? Well, this one is for breast cancer research. That's right, this has a purpose. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and this amplifier donates money to the foundations that support breast cancer research. Let's take a closer look and see what this amp is all about. First up, we have the owner's manual, which covers only this model, the 72AB. Has all the specs, tells you how to hook it up, all that good stuff. Also comes with a couple of Allen's keys. He's letting us borrow those again. We have the slick remote bass knob. Has the voltage, temperature, clipping. Uses the phone style connection on the back. It's all metal. It also has an adjustment screw at the bottom that you can dial in your voltage to match your system. Super cool bass knob here. Also, you get the bass remote cable. It's about 20 feet long, so it gives you plenty of distance there connecting your amp. And here is the JP72ab. What a beautiful amp. This is a Class AB 2-channel special edition, only 100 of these ever to be made amplifier. On one end, we have the Tiffany style RCAs, of course, for inputs and outputs. We also have lots of different LED lights for power, protect, clip in and clip out. Also gain control. It has high pass filter with a ×10 factor. You can also turn that off if you don't need it. Also low pass filter with a ×10 factor, which you can turn off if you don't need. Bass boost, bass frequency, and the remote connection. On the opposite side, we have 8 gauge for the speaker outputs. This is a stereo amp. Also 1/0 gauge or 0 gauge for the power and ground, and 8 gauge for the remote, because you know everybody needs 8 gauge remote. That's right, this one has 0 gauge. For these old school amps, this is really cool to make it easy to hook up to ensure that you're going to get all the juice you need for this. It is a Class AB amp. It's not going to be efficient, but it looks super cool. This is designed for people who really need a special amp, if they just want to put on their shelf, if they want to put in their classic car, if they have a theme with the pink design, hey, this is all for you. As far as the ratings go, stereo 4 ohms 333/2, 2 ohms 650/2, 1 ohm 999/2, or bridged 4 ohms 1222 watts, or at 2 ohms 1888 watts. Dimension-wise, on the long side is about 27 inches long, 9.4 inches for the width, 2.7 inches for the height. Again, a portion of the proceeds of this amplifier goes to breast cancer research. Down4Sound talks about this. I'll leave links in the video description so you can read their post about it. I think it's a very worthy cause, and this is something cool for a company to do. Current pricing on the amp is $699. Again, it's limited to 100, so once the 100 are gone, they're all gone. For those still interested to see the power output, let's try 4 ohm stereos rated 333 watts by 2 at 14.4. Here we go. Let's send the 1 kilohertz tone into the amp and see what kind of power we get. There you go, 377 and 374. The channels are matched pretty well as well. That's pretty awesome. Up to 1% distortion. Now up to clipping, it's virtually the same. 379 and 374 at 14.7. And then we'll try the dynamic burst. See if we get any more dynamic power. It's right about the same, just a little bit more. 388, 384, so about 386 there for the average. Now we lowered the voltage a little bit just to see, you know, getting it closer to 14.4, because people sometimes complain we go too high. But here you can see we're still about 360 watts right at 14.4. Next up, we'll try the 2 ohm test. Stereos rated 650/2 at 14.4. Let's run with that certified test first, a 1% distortion. See if we can get that 650. And yes, we do, right at 660 watts by 2 at 14.64. Uncertified test up to clipping. Let's see what we get here. 1 kilohertz tone again going into the amp. And right about 660 watts, 14.64. Now we'll reset the amp here to try the dynamic test. See if we get any more dynamic power out of the amp. Pretty close, getting a little bit closer to 700 watts on one channel, right at it. I'd say about 695 or so, average between the two channels. Now we're going to lower the voltage a little bit, try that certified run again. And here we go. Let's see what we get with closer to 14 volts. And about 14.22, we get about 620 watts per channel. So a little bit under the rated power, but also voltage was underrated. What about 1 ohm stereo? It's rated 999 by 2. Can we get right at that 1000 watts? Here it is. Yes, we can, right at it. About 1020 watts average for both of the channels, right at 14.4. We did not go over voltage on this one. We're right at it. Looks like this amp was rated about right at, almost exactly at what kind of power output it does. There you can see that at 14.4 to clipping. And let's try dynamics if we get any more. There we go. Getting up close to 1200, about 1150 average at 1 ohm with the burst. Next up, we're going to try bridging the amp using the left positive and right negative. That way we can get all the power out of just one channel. 4 ohms is rated 1222 at 14.4. Let's roll the footage. We're going to run the 40 hertz tone this time. And there you can see 1287 bridged 4 ohms certified. Next we'll try it uncertified up to clipping. Let's see what we get here. Can we get the 1222? A little bit more. Voltage is a little bit strong. We're about 14.5 volts, but we got 1328. So again, they seem to have rated this one a lot closer to what the actual power is and didn't really underrate it very much. Dynamically, 1341, our voltage is a little strong there at 14.7. And let's try it again and see if we can lower the voltage a little bit here. 4 ohms bridged, and we're going to get around 14 volts. And there you go, 1208 at 14.2. So again, it's extremely close to the actual rated power that we're getting here on the dyno. Now this is rated at 2 ohms mono, 1888 watts. We're going to again run the 40 hertz tone, simulating kind of subwoofers. And we got 1936 at 14.48. Next up, we'll try the uncertified test to clipping. If it's like any of the other tests, it's going to be very close to the certified test. And yeah, we did get over 2000 this time. 2053 at 14.36. And then finally, we will send the dynamic pulse track into the amp and getting over 2200 watts. 2203 at 14.6 volts. Next up, let's check out the results here. You pretty much just saw the results, but I did add the efficiency numbers, which were in the 70s for the 4 and 2 ohm test and the low 60s for the 1 ohm test. This is kind of expected. Actually, it's actually better than I've seen for a lot of Class AB amps, but it's not expected to be very efficient. And 68% and 59% at 2 ohms bridge, respectively. As with all the Down4Sound amps, this one does have an acrylic bottom. It's pretty thick. Also has 3 active fans to help keep everything nice and cool. And it has the 4 calls for a cure here. Again, very limited edition amplifier. Only 100 of these ever to be made. And I think they've only got about 60 of them left. So you can check the website, check the link in the video description if you want to pick one up. Either just to hold on for future, just to support breast cancer research and have something to show for it. I mean, whatever you want to do, I think it's pretty cool that they're doing this. Here are the internals. Beefy Class AB amplifier. In full disclosure, this amplifier was sent to me for Down4Sound for testing purposes, as well as comparing other amplifiers too. So thanks for that. But again, all the thoughts expressed in this video are mine. They were not reviewed by anybody. I'm just here showing you guys what you might want to see. Very cool amplifier. If you need a special edition amp, need something pink, check it out. JP72ab, Big D, I'm out of here. You may or may not know, but I do have a second channel now called Old School Stereo here on YouTube, where I test some of the old products from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. Have a lot of fun with amps, speakers, and even coming up, we're going to do Walkmans and Discmans and things like that. It's going to be a lot of fun, so make sure you check me out at Old School Stereo. I'll leave a link in the description below. Also, a link to my Patreon so you can support me there. Thanks as always for watching. Big D, I'm out.